The Many Lies of Playboi Carti by June Plug.
Playboi Carti is an artist with a cult-like fan base, and if you're a member of that fan base, you likely know that he has an extended history of lying to his fans. In this video,
he's already lied so many times with Narcissist, or not even Narcissist, whatever it's gonna be called, music. He posted a freaking cover art with an explicit symbol on his Instagram, and then didn't even drop anything around Christmas time. He said he's dropping the album with Narcissist, like screw all the sample clearances, he's gonna drop it, and that was a whole last year and a half ago. Crazy. Where do I find these videos? I just see them on, people send them to me on Discord, Instagram, Twitter, all that. So if you ever find anything you want to send me, we can react to it. Just hit me up on some, post it in the Discord.
I'm going to be ranking the top 10 Playboi Carti lies in order from least to most painful, in my opinion. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments. Alma Mater is a song Carti previewed on his Snapchat story on April 2nd, 2017. Over 2 years later, on August 25th, 2019, the song leaked online in full. The song contains this infamous lyric: "I swear to God, I never wear a dress, nigga." Yeah. The reason I have this...
That kind of sounded like AI. So how do you know that was really him? It was a leak. It wasn't an official release. Also, when was Alma Mater? When was that leaked? Because Carti was on a whole different aesthetic. But he did lie. He said, "I'll never wear one." That's future tense.
Lyric as a potential lie is because during a performance in Miami, Carti wore this. And I'm not sure if you want to call this a dress or not, so I'll leave that up for you to decide.
It might just be I remember when this was posted, but it might just be a oversized, what is that, a romper? A romper? But it does look like it looks like a little skirt. After he done dated.
I used to be a hoop star. I had hoop dreams. I was young AI, didn't go to practice. It was really hoop life, no rap life. I was really on the court balling, like really balling, been balling. I was just doing other shit. I used to smoke before I go to practice, get on the court. Drop like 30 on niggas, like crazy. Like had the city going wild.
In that clip, Carti said he was a hoop star, dropping 30 and having his city going wild. Someone claims to have found Carti's high school basketball stats, and they show that he played one game on varsity, scoring just 5 points.
Amen. Amen. Everybody knows if you actually hoop or you played sports in high school, most of the time, unless you were blessed by the gods genetically and you hit puberty and became 6'3" freshman year, like you're playing for freshman team or JV until you're like at least a sophomore or a junior most of the time. Sophomore is actually really good. So it depends when, like, how old he was when those stats were made. So he could have been a hooper on JV, like freshman year, balling up on all the sophomores, which is still a feat in itself, you know? That was graduated in 2014. When were these stats though? This was 12-13. So that means he was a junior. Okay. So maybe, actually, look. It was Atlanta, right? So there might be a lot of competition there. So maybe, again, sophomore year, when he was playing JV, he was hoping.
On December 22nd, 2020, just 3 days before Lotta Red was released, Carti made a tweet showing a snippet of an unheard Kid Cudi verse on his infamous leaked song, which also goes by the name Kid Cudi. People thought that since his album was releasing in just a few days that this...
I mean, look, Kid Cudi did end up rapping on Kid Cudi or Pissy Pamper. So technically speaking, what did Carti lie about? He just said Kid Cudi's on Kid Cudi, which he was on the song. He didn't tell you he was going to release it though. You know, and he ended up being on a whole lot of Red. It's just, I guess Kid Cudi got scrapped. And the whole track was already leaked and it was already a popular song, even on official platforms by people who uploaded it bootleg, you know?
This song could possibly be a part of it, but it wasn't. The reason I only have this as an honorable mention is because he didn't actually state anywhere that the song...
Actually, see, there we go. He's going to mention what I just said. Also, though, I remember somebody was arguing with me in the DMs. This is back, I was still like relatively small. A whole lot of Red days. I don't even think I was at 100K subs, but on one channel. But they were telling me, because the track list leaked or something. It said like Metamorphosis before we even heard Metamorphosis on the day that it released, and they were like, yeah, that's Kid Cudi, man. It's just changed name. I'm like, man, I don't know, bro. It's a different name. He would have just called it Kid Cudi right there on the tweet. And then it was one of those times where somebody was proven wrong and you remembered it. And you went back a couple days later and DM'd him about it just to like, hold my dick. And that's what I did.
The song was releasing, but it was a bit of a tease to just randomly post that right before your album comes out.
Got tats on my face.
In Carti's song New Tank, he states that he has tats on his face.
Got tats on my face!
This is a blatant lie, as you can see by looking at any picture of him. Carti himself in 2018 even gave reasoning to why he...
Hey, his mom and or God tatted him in the face with the birthmark though. So maybe, you know, he's inked up, kinda, just naturally.
He doesn't get tattoos on his face.
Why no facial tattoos?
I don't need you know what I'm saying? I never needed them. You know what I mean? I got a birthmark. It's kind of big.
See?
So it don't even make sense for me to get face tattoos. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was never into it.
See how close his mouth is to the mic? He like whispering in there, like he trying to make out with it. It's like the pillow in what's that show on Netflix with like the weird puberty monsters?
And it's like, you know, people be telling me, you know, I like females, bro.
Right.
Don't cover up your pretty face.
Do you get girls that tell you don't do that?
That's all they say.
Yeah, don't do it.
Easy call.
Yeah.
Look at his nose, bro. He's snuggling up on that mic. That was
We like that.
During a concert in November of 2021, Carti announced that he had music coming out soon. This was a lie because it's been over
60 days.
over a year since he stated this, and yet no music was released by him during that time frame.
That was a lie.
On March 11th, 2021, Carti dropped a group of photos on Instagram with the caption, "Let's drop this new album, we not done." Playboi Carti's photographer Gunnar Stahl also left a comment on the post.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Molly World. That would have been a dope name, man. I feel like that could be like a dreamy type beat, like not grungy at all, like Whole Lotta Red or whatever Carti's probably gonna drop next. Like it could be back on the Pierre type beats on Die Lit, but very spacey. You know, that would be a crazy concept, man. Somebody's got to do a compilation of leaks like that,
Saying Molly World greater than, leading people to believe that that was the name of the album that was going to be released.
and we thought that he was turning into an angel because in Whole Lotta Red he turned into a vampire / demon, and then he turned into the white aesthetic. That was a crazy era. I forget about that.
It's been almost 2 years since Carti's post, and no new album has been released. On November 25th, 2020, not long before the rollout for Whole Lotta Red, Carti tweeted at Post Malone saying "Hey" and Pharrell Williams saying "WYD." While neither of those tweets were a direct confirmation of a collaboration, it was almost implied due to the fact that he had an album dropping in a month. On December 19th, 2020, just 6 days before Whole Lotta Red was released, Carti tweeted at Travis Scott saying, "Wow, amazing, love this verse, red, red, red." This made it seem as if...
So we just got news from, who was it? Joy Division, where Carti recorded like a lot of the songs for the actual album 5 days prior to its release. So maybe these songs just got scrapped. I think Travis was on Rockstar Made. I think that's what somebody told me way back in the day, or like some of the leakers have the song too. So yeah, maybe just didn't get cleared. Although I feel like Travis would clear it if he cleared the feature on Trippie Redd's Mansion Music with that garbage ass mix.
Travis had a verse on Whole Lotta Red based off the fact that he ended the tweet with the word red 3 times. After the album dropped and none of these artists' verses...
Yeah, that was for sure a lie. All of those were lies. Implicit lies. Like, explicitly he didn't say it was on the project, but come on.
On it was found out that Travis actually had a verse for the song Rockstar Made, and Post Malone could potentially be on Carti's unreleased song called Money and Drugs.
I heard that too.
Unfortunately, no collaborations have been released with these artists since...
But Money and Drugs never even end up being on the album.
Carti's tweets about them over 2 years ago.
Oh, damn.
On October 15th, 2019, Carti made an Instagram post with the caption stating, "Red incoming." A day later, on October 16th, 2019, Carti made another post to Instagram with the caption, "Less than 48 hours locked in." This made people believe that he would be releasing Whole Lotta Red in 48 hours, and it made sense because 48 hours later would be a Friday, which is the day most artists release music. Unfortunately, this was not the case, and he didn't end up releasing an album until over a year later.
That was a crazy era too. I think I had like 2,000 subscribers when that happened, and I made those videos. That was a long time ago, man.
During a concert on July 27th, 2019, Carti told the audience that he was planning to drop music in 60 days. He then stated that it would have no features and be all him, implying that he was planning on releasing a project.
I feel like we working too hard on this moment. Trying to do this shit, no features is all I'm really a producer type now.
I honestly think that Carti just changed his mind all the time just to make it perfect. I don't think he's necessarily trying to lie. It's just things change. You know, he makes a fire new song in the studio, and then he comes up with a whole new concept. And he's like, you know what? All those other songs that we had before, like, it just doesn't fit.
This was not the case, however, as nothing was released in the following 60 days. It ended up being 517 days until his next project dropped.
Damn.
It also contained features, so this could be considered a double lie.
True. Monday. God.
On April 16th, 2020, shortly after the release of his song At Me, Carti made a tweet which simply read, "Monday." Since his album Whole Lotta Red was already highly anticipated at this point, and he had just released a single, people thought that Carti would either be dropping Whole Lotta Red, a song, or some sort of information about his upcoming album on the next Monday, or at least one soon after that. This did not end up happening, as it took Carti 36 Mondays after the original Monday tweet to finally reveal his next album's cover art, release date, and pre-orders for merch, which he did on Monday, December 21st.
Oh my God, I forgot about that too. So at least he made a Monday something specific, but there is no way that was planned. 1629, there we go.
1629 is a collab tape between Carti and Lil Uzi Vert. The hype for 1629 began with a Snapchat post from Carti on September 17th, 2017, where he made a caption that read, "Carti Uzi tape, Uzi Carti tape, 16."
Well, see, technically we got 1629. It was just leaked. So was it a lie? Imagine how hard that would have went. Although, would 1629 be as legendary as it is now? Whether we're talking about like the myth or the actual leaks that did come out. Would it be as monumental if it released officially? I don't know. Would the artist even be bigger? Carti knows it.
29. 12 days later, on September 29th, 2017, Carti made
because I'm just saying, like, the leaks kind of made it more iconic, in my opinion.
a tweet that read, "Uzi Carti, Carti Uzi, tape loading." This made it seem like they had an imminent collab album release coming. 4.5 years later, on April 12th, 2022, Carti did an interview for XXL magazine where he was asked if fans would ever hear his joint project with Uzi. He responded by saying, "Uzi's working on mad music right now. I don't know if he's serious about a lot of things, but I hope one day we can change the world with that for sure." It's been over 5 years since Carti announced 1629, and yet it still isn't released. All we have from it are songs that leaked and confirmation that it exists.
There's just a lot more money in solo projects. So that's probably why both of them, like, they're in the primes of their careers. So why would they do a joint project when they just simply don't do as well? And with Carti's whole rarity and Uzi working on solo projects, same with Carti too, it just isn't worth the risk of losing the hype for your solo project, aka losing money, and working on the deluxe. I mean the what's it called? Collab tapes. He did a collab tape with Future, yes, but it was after Eternal Take. So he was probably just like having fun at that point, you know? Like he wasn't working on Pink Tape building up hype for that yet.
One day after the release of his album Whole Lotta Red, Carti made a tweet asking his
I like D Savage
fans what songs they needed on the deluxe version of the album. One day later, he tweeted again saying that the deluxe was on the way. In April of 2021, a Carti interview with Rolling Stone was published, and it stated that a deluxe version of Whole Lotta Red was, quote, due this spring. The deluxe never dropped that spring, and it still hasn't been released over 2 years since Carti announced it.
Damn, I forgot about that too. This is bringing back memories. There's such nostalgia.
On August 23rd, 2021, Carti posted a series of pictures to Instagram, all with the caption Narcissist 9/13/21. He then changed his website's theme and announced a tour called the Narcissist Tour. When the actual day 9/13/21 came around, no music dropped, but Carti's website was updated and showed off new Narcissist-themed merch. The next day, Carti tweeted to clarify that his website was hacked and that the merch
I feel like that was a lie too. The website was not hacked. How would they have gotten all of those prints?
that had been posted was just a reference folder that was never approved. One day later, Carti made another tweet showing a text message he sent to 3 people reading, "Forget about sample clearances, drop Narcissist." This confirmed that Narcissist was indeed music because he mentioned sample clearances. 2 days later, Carti and Uzi were spotted together, both wearing jackets with Carti's Narcissist text.
See, those are the same bomber jackets as that was on the site. So the website was not hacked, man.
Text on the back. 9 days later, Carti made a tweet which simply read, "Narcissist." Over a year later, in October of 2022, Carti launched a countdown timer on the website for his Opium record label. Once the timer expired, a new Narcissist clothing line was revealed, but still...
Oh yeah, and then he ended up dropping some, this new merch with like the mug shots of the peas, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't the move. But he probably didn't know.
Music. It's now been 16 months since the original 9/13/21 release date Carti announced for Narcissist, and yet no project has been released. I'd like to end this video off with an inspirational quote from the man Playboi Carti himself. "Niggas lie, women lie, we all lie. Just don't make it a habit. Thank you."
And now he basically does it all the time. And so does Ken and everybody on Opium. I think just everybody... It keeps the anticipation going, you know? Like, if you're not lying, your fans have nothing to look forward to and anticipate. So that's why artists do it. If you give them like a date, even if you're not serious about it, at least they like care about something and they're looking forward to it. But if you don't say like, I'm working on a project, or my project's dropping this spring, like there's no conversation or hype around what you're working on. So that's why they lie at this point. I think people have caught on, but definitely nobody does it better than Carti, because I guess he backs it up with the cool content and whatnot.